Oh, what's going on, YouTube? It's James Schreimer Fantasy Battle Reports. I got another battle report for you today. It is finally here, ETZ 2018, Zagreb, Croatia. Guys, it's starting to rain here in Chicago, but I'm going to give you this battle report for you today. It is the ETZ. Check this out. This is my team, Team Mexico here, guys. This is, yeah, and I know a lot of us don't look Mexican. Actually, I don't look Mexican. I am Mexican. But this is a great group of guys. This is probably the funnest ETC I've ever gone through, and I've gone through 3. I gotta admit, in Greece, I had a great experience in Greece. I had a great experience meeting all these people from different countries and learning about all the different teams that are playing and all the people who are playing and making a bunch of new friends. So Greece was an awesome experience. Spain was an awesome experience. This is the first time as a captain of my own team. But this time, I mean, I think it's because we had bonds with the guys from Team Mexico. We knew each other better. We knew how to play better. I knew how to take lead as the I want to keep saying coach, is the captain. Unfortunately, this year we don't have a coach. We didn't. My dad couldn't come along. My brother didn't come along, and we were short one player or one coach. I told Charlie and Lucas told me they were going to bring their friend Alex, but Alex decided at the last minute that Team Argentina needed a teammate, so they took Alex as their 8th man. Anyways, just really quick to talk about my team. On the left, that's Yoran Swaja. He's dressed up as a mariachi. I got to give him a bunch of credit here for dressing up as a mariachi. Next to him is Alan Martini from California. And then next to him, showing his guns, that's me with a taco hat. Next to me is Charlie with the horn. And then next to him is Lucas, also known as Super Orco. But Super Orco couldn't play Orcs and Goblins because I'm on the damn team. Underneath on the bottom row, on the bottom right, that's Neil Hamilton. In the middle, that is the French mercenary Captain Titty Thibaut Rijolet. I cannot say his name, but that's as close as I'm getting. And then next to him is Joseph Abel. And guys, this is a great team. It's just awesome, guys. We're playing Team Montenegro. Here we go. Boom! Check that out. Got a picture of all of us trying to figure out who we're playing against in Team Montenegro. And we're about to do the matching process. And I'm just going to go ahead and just go through this one by one. Basically, they're just trying to figure out who to throw out. I forgot who the hell I threw out first. I started off. Let me see. I'm trying to pull up facts here. It would be on this page here. Anyways, the coach or the captain is Alexander Vilotic. I'm gonna butcher everybody's name, but basically they're gonna go ahead and pull out. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the cards. We ended up getting matches that we wanted. Their Ogrecon guys fighting our Warriors of the Dark Gods, which is Charlie. Their Dwarven Holds against our Highborn Elves. Their Demon Legions, or our Demon Legions, I can't even see, against their Empire. And then our Beast Herds against their, whatever that card says. But basically, anyways, you can see the damn cards. We got the matches we wanted. A couple of the games didn't go exactly as planned, unfortunately. And then here these girls are like, hey, we want a picture with you in the taco hat. And I was like, let's do it. Let's take this damn picture. Anyways, so I ended up playing against the Sylvan Elf guy. And the Sylvan Elf guy, I'm going to butcher his name too. I'm going to butcher everybody's name in ETC. That's what I'm going to do. That's my goal right now. Is Dusan Javanovic. Husan. I think he said just to call him by his middle name, which was Dule. He's like, just call me Dule. Alright. So he ended up getting Summer Growth, Master of Earth, Fate's Judgment, and Stars Align. So he has a Divination and a Druidism. Now I don't have the cards made for Lightning Vambrace, so I had Lightning Vambrace as my Orc and Goblin card, and my Hereditary spell is actually my Beast Herds card. I ended up taking that. I took a Hand of Heaven, Cleansing Fire, and a Smite the Unbeliever. I believe if I took Wrath of Gork, and by the way, I'm never calling it Wrath of God ever again. It's always just Wrath of Gork. I believe if I took Wrath of Gork, I was going to blow myself up more than I was going to blow him up. Just had a feeling. Anyways, as you can see, here's pictures of my army. I have no idea why I took this picture. But I drop like this. I deploy everything. I think. How did this go? Oh, there we go. That's better. I deployed everything first, and I scouted in the woods. My original plan was to kill somebody. I forgot who it was. Now, we're playing secure target, so he places the target first, which is the one right in the center of the table, right? And what I end up doing, because we're playing Dawn Assault, where you don't get the edges of the table, so what I end up doing is I drop my target on the side where I can't technically go deploy, which is in the bottom right corner. And he's like, wait, it has to be out of your deployment zone. I'm like, that's not my deployment zone. That's its own fucking spot over there. And he's like, God damn. So now what I have is I have my common goblins looking that way, looking towards the table edge to the right. And I'm just going to march onto the objective turn 1 and just sit there with the common goblins. And basically my whole goal is to protect that zone while everybody fights for the middle, right? Which I feel is a good strategy. Now, he doesn't really have any shooting. He has magic spells. Okay, great. The problem right now is I scouted in the woods with my goblins, and after I scouted, I realized I probably should just went to the left side of the table and start picking at his general's bunker with my unit. I originally wanted them to start killing the Kestrel Knights, though, and that once I found out how fast they are and their armor, I was like, ugh, this was not as well thought out. I have a lot of issues with the map in this game because there's a lot of dangerous terrains. There's dangerous terrains in the forest, there's dangerous terrains in the ruins, and then he has his own forest, and then I have the damn chariots with the damn walls. So he has a good advantage with the terrain here. But we're going to have to play it out. Like I said, I dropped everything to go first. I don't know why my general's so far back. I think it was just to keep the bubble at 18. But I could have spread out a little bit more. Oh, no, because there's a building on the left, so there's not really too much room for me to finagle. And it was going to turn 1. Let's go to Vanguards first. Vanguards, I go ahead and I decided, oh, shit, I got to move my Spider Riders out of the fucking way. So I moved my Spider Riders over to the left. He Vanguarded up with his... That's what it was. He Vanguarded up with his Eagles, and I was like, he's going to fucking... His Kestrel Knights are going to fuck my Wizard Bunker up. Let me get the fuck out of the way. So I move over to the left. I move my Wolf Riders up in the middle, basically keeping the charge range out of the way. And then when it goes to turn 1 movement, I end up just moving way the far to the left side, out of their line of sight, out of the charge arcs of everything, and the Spider Riders will be fine. I just go ahead and I move up just a little bit, but not too much. I really don't want to fuck up where I'm getting charged turn 1. Magic! I don't have a picture of the Flux, but I go ahead and I do a Lightning Van Brace. I end up doing 2 wounds onto a Kestrel Knight, which I didn't even put in here. Let me see, how much is a Kestrel? A Kestrel, I don't know why I didn't put that in. I guess I just didn't see it earlier. Kestrel is 310 points. They only have 6 wounds, so that's 51 points a wound. Times that by 2 wounds, 103 points to the bastards. 259. Alright. Alright. So yeah, I do 2 wounds. Causes a panic check right away. They end up failing the panic check and running that way towards the table edge. Unfortunately, they do rally. Over here, I try to do my web launcher. I end up misfiring, taking a wound, and it's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Turn 1, Sylvan Elves. Sylvan Elves turn 1. So he's basically contemplating doing that long charge. If he does a long charge, I'm just going to flee. My general's still chilling back there. I end up moving my general. As you can see, my general's on the right side. Basically, he was expecting if his Kestrels are going to start threatening my squad, my general's going to fuck them up, basically. Same thing with the Bushwhackers, the Forest Goblins. They're chilling to the right. Go ahead and move Crom up. And basically, I move the Spider Riders as you see. Now, the problem with my Spider Riders at the moment is they're just a little too bulky. Just a little too bulky. But anyways, I don't think he does any charges. I think he just like, I'll just leave it as is. So he does. He just kind of moves up with his all his units just kind of just move up. Like I said, his Kestrel Knights do rally, and basically that's how the table looks on this side. Magic, he ends up doing Fate's Judgment onto my chariots, but he doesn't get any wounds. I think Fate's Judgment, the one where it's a D6, and he ended up rolling a 1, and it didn't even wound, and he was just like, ugh. Everything else really didn't matter. I stopped Oaken Throne early on, and I didn't care about, like, Summer's Growth didn't matter. What's the other one? Master of Earth, I think. I stopped, and then I just let Fate Judgment go. So it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. And guys, I'm going to give you like a 3-second warning. Actually, it's not a wog charge. Never mind. So I'm still gonna give you a 3-second warning. So 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna charge the damn K-Pack. There. I charged the K-Pack into one unit of his Thicket Beast. He has 3 units of Thicket Beast. 3! Look at that! And they're great models, by the way. They're all werewolves. But they're great models, great paint jobs. I gotta give them a lot of credit. It's a good, like, look to it. So I charge him, boom, into this unit. Now, the other 2 are in the woods. That's the main reason I didn't charge into the woods. But number 2 is, I actually have the dogs there where the dogs could chaff the right side. And I figured if I do enough damage to this unit, that's all I'm looking for. I'm not looking to break the unit. I'm just looking to do enough damage to the unit that basically he's going to countercharge with his unit on the left, bring his horde into my flank to try to protect the unit, and then he'll bring him closer to my spider and my units. We're going to see how that goes. Anyways, over on this side, I start shuffling my forest goblins a little bit more to the right because I realize those dryads on the right are just going to go ahead and start sneaking past me, and I don't think my squad could take them. I just don't think my squad could take them. So I'm just going to go ahead and go like so. Magic, I get a 1 on the flux. Go ahead, and I throw out, I think like a hand of heaven. No, I think I just didn't do much in magic. Shooting, I end up shooting here into his giant horde, do 2 wounds. I figure I gotta start picking wounds out. And that's all that really happened in magic is shooting. Over here, close combat. Go ahead and do the impact hits. Impact hits! 7 fucking wounds. 7 wounds! 7! Now, I did more, but he obviously has ward saves and he saved a bunch, but Jesus Christ. He goes ahead and he swings back, and I think he only does like 2 wounds or so. No, he ends up doing... No, he does. He only does like 2 wounds. I was jumping ahead of the pictures. So, I win by a lot. He should be steadfast, but he rolls it, he fails it, he rolls it, he fails it, and he's going to run, and I chase. Now, when I chase, I mean, like, I'm thinking this unit's 500 points. I even thought about it. I was like, listen, my K-Pack didn't do shit in the ESC. The ESC, my K-Pack struggled so long. So long, right? So I was like, fuck it. How much is that unit worth if I chase? And that unit is worth 595. So I figured, yeah, fuck it. I'll take some DTs on the fence. But if I catch the unit, it's totally worth it. So I go ahead and I roll like an 11. I catch the unit. He only rolled like a 6, right? Great. I caught the unit. K-Pack got their points worth, and not only that, I'll be in the backfield, but you know what? I take the fucking DTs, and I take fucking, like, 5 fucking DTs or something like that. 4 DTs. Causes a panic. Now, my K-Pack runs from the closest fucking unit, which is the unit on the left, so I end up booking it past that way. Somebody told me I did this wrong. I think it was Nick who told me I did this wrong, or somebody told me I did this wrong. I should have panicked immediately. I touched that first tip of the fence, which I should have ran towards my units instead of off the table, and I did that wrong, which now it's a learning experience. Now it won't ever happen again, but unfortunately I lose the K-Pack for that one major flaw, which would have been great because I could have ran towards my units and been closer to my general on that turn. But it's going to start off his turn. Turn 2. Turn 2. Sylvan's turn 2, he charges into my dogs, whatever. Basically, I just wanted to get closer to my savages, get closer to Crom, and basically that's how the table looks. Like I said, over on the right side, he starts sneaking past my forest goblins, which I'm thinking, like, shit, how am I going to handle that? Like, that's going to be an issue. My squad can't handle that fucking unit of dryads, and I'm shooting past the forest. I'm not going to be able to do too much wounds. Magic, he ends up putting up Stars Align onto his unit just in case I charge him. Everything else I pretty much stopped. He does Master of Earth here into my Spider Riders, ends up killing off 3 of my Spider Riders, and then he ends up killing my dogs. So I'm going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, Wog! I'm going to Wog. I'm going to charge my Savages in and Crom into that unit with the BSB. The BSB is a Thicket Beast, okay? If I can get in with both. Now, the Savages need a 10, which is a little bit of a, you know, that's why I called out the Wog, because it was 11, now it's a 10. If I could get in with that 10, I'm going to fuck them up. Yeah, I'm going to take DTs in the ruins. Yeah, I'm going to take DTs in the trees. But my whole goal is just to, I mean, my Savages with Crom will get a nasty, nasty counter hit. Now, the one thing I was thinking about doing was not charging Crom and just walking Crom up to do the rerolls to ones, and then probably just chaffing his Dryads on the right side, right? That's what I was really thinking. But I was like, you know what? Let me commit. If I could commit to this, I'm going to do so much damage, right? What happens? I end up rolling a 2-1-1 on the damn Savage roll. A 2-1-1. And Crom goes in alone. Boom! And I'm like, come on. Not only that, you guys are all like, did you take DTs in the ruins? Yes, I took DTs in the ruins. There you go. God. Ah, that sucks. Out of all the damn times to miss a frickin' 10 charge, this one's not as bad as the next one. You'll see the next one. Anyways. So, I end up using my Spider Riders as chaff. I take my Wizard and my BSB out. Even though he has Master of Earth and Fate's Judgment, I walk away from his Impassable, so that way he can't do the Master of Earth to my two guys. Make sure I'm out of range of that. And then all I gotta really do is stop him if he gets closer. But I figured I was safe. He doesn't have any range. I'll be good, right? So I block his left side. My general comes back to the right side. Make sure that Crom has good leadership. And my spider's still chilling back. I think I'm just trying to web launch. That's all I'm trying to do. To lower the amount of bodies before the spider has to go in. My forest goblins, I ended up doing something I thought was really sneaky. Was I made myself 11 wide and I just walked 2 inches to the right. Now he cannot charge my squad. He has to charge my my goblins, right? Over here. In Magic, I end up getting the Hereditary off on that unit, which is great because I'm going to fucking crush attack that fucking PSP. That's what I'm going to do. And then I end up getting Cleansing Fire off because why the fuck not? I end up getting a Strength 5 Cleansing Fire. A Strength 5 Cleansing Fire. So now Crom is rerolling to hits with a crush attack. Freaking burning, rerolling the ones on any wounds, and impact hits. Crom's going to fucking be a beast on that freaking combat. Okay, over here, shooting. I end up shooting into this unit, end up killing 4 of these guys with the web launcher. Over here, I'm going to start shooting into his freaking Dryads, end up killing 1. Close combat. I go impact hits. Boom! I hit him, and I only do 1 wound on the impact hits. Okay, cool. Let me do the breath weapon. The breath weapon goes, boom. I roll the dice, I only roll like a 3. I'm like, seriously? So I go ahead and I roll all 3, and I do 3 wounds, and he ward saves all 3. So I go for the crush attack. I missed the first one, but I got to reroll. So I go ahead and I reroll it. I hit it, I wound him, and he fucking rolls a ward save. No, your mic didn't die. There's like a moment of silence for how fucking lucky that guy was. I did 1 wound, maybe 2. He goes ahead and attacks back. I think he does 2 wounds to me. I think I still win combat, but it doesn't matter. I might have lost combat, but it doesn't matter. I stick there. Motherfucker. Anyways, turn 3, Sylvan Elves. Sylvan Elves turn 3. So he's going to charge to kill my Spider Riders, of course. His guys are coming up on the right. He decides to charge his Dryads into the flank of Crom, which, okay, that just happened. I don't know why he moved his little Kestrel Knights in between there. He charges it to my Spider Riders, like I said, and then over here he does this charge here, and I'm like, that might not be that good for him. I mean, he's going to kill a good chunk of my goblins, but my goblins technically are still untouched, and I'll hold steadfast. I'm in my general's bubble. I'm like, this isn't really that bad of a move for me. We'll see how this goes. Magic, he ends up rolling a 7 on the flux, 7 on the flux. Goes ahead and he starts regrowing fucking bodies here. All that hard work. Over here, close combat. Oh, he even healed the wounds on the Kestrels. Motherfucker. Over here, he ends up killing just Croms, just straight up. He reforms like so, and now it looks bad for my savages, right? Now I'm in the ruins. I don't know what the fuck to do at the moment, but then we do this combat here. And this combat here, yes, he killed, there was 44. Now it looks like there's 32. So he killed 9. Okay. I go back and I swing, and on the right side, right now he has 5, 6, 7. He has 7 Dryads on the right side. I kill 6. His Kestrels on the left side, I killed them all. So I did 12 wounds. Yeah, he has a charge in 9, but I have 12 wounds and a banner, His fucking other guy runs, and you know what I decided to do? I decided I'm not going to chase. I'm going to let him stand right there because he is chaffing his own unit, and I'm just going to reform. I actually restrained before that happened, by the way. I reform because it's my turn, and I turn this way, and check that out. Holy shit, Orcs and Goblins turn 4. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. This is a big moment. I wish I had another Wog. I charge my Spider to the Dryad unit with his general and his wizard in it, right? I charge the savages into the unit on the left of Thicket Beast. There's a reason for this, by the way. Okay, I charge my general into his BSB's unit way over there, okay? And you're like, why aren't you trying to charge the Dryads? Because check out this fucking charge right here. My Goblins are right there. They need to charge the fucking Dryads right there. Okay? You know how far that charge is? It's a 9. A 9. A fucking 9. I need to roll like a 5 on 2 dice. And guess what happens? You can probably tell by the tone of my voice. By the way, my savages obviously failed because they took DTs. My general's in. And my fucking Goblins roll snake eyes. Are you kidding me? That failed charge got me so upset I accidentally unplugged my mic. Damn it! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? How could you guys fail that? Dude, right there. That was my fucking 20-0. Right there. My Goblins would have got the flank of those freaking Dryads. He only has 3 Dryads on the side doing any wounds, whatever. I would have a charge, a big flank. He's in horde formation. He has no ranks. I have no ranks, but it doesn't matter. I would have charge, big flank, and I would do so many more wounds than him. And I would have, not only that, potential to overrun into the unit that's fighting my general, which would have been great. My Spider would be steadfast, or stubborn, holding up that Dryad unit, even though that Dryad unit would be doing whatever. And even if the Thicket Beasts come and help him out in the next round, the following round I would have free to charge him with my general, my Goblins, and all that. But no, my damn Goblins had a mind of their own and decided we're good. We only want to just take charges. We don't want to be the ones charging. What the fuck? What the fuck, Goblins? Damn Bushwhackers, you're not the MVPs in this round. I'm telling you that right now. You're not the MVPs. And Magic, we're going to go into 4 Flux. Go ahead and I do a Hand of Heaven. I start picking off this second unit over here because I figured I got to make sure I keep this objective on the right side. I've been sitting on the objective the whole game with the Goblins. Go ahead and I throw up a Cleansing Fire onto my General, which I figured he's just going to challenge out. And then I go ahead and I start shooting into the unit of Dryads. End up killing off a couple more with both the squad and the squad and bazooka. Kill off a couple more, and he's only down to 3, and that other one's still fleeing. Over here, close combat. My Spider. Well, he goes first. I think Dryads are just fast as fuck, right? So he ends up doing like 6 wounds onto my Spider, but I go ahead and I'm just like, you know what? I'm putting every fucking attack into his general, and I assassinate his general. I assassinate, then I thunderstomp some guys. Good job, Space Rock. He ends up doing 5 wounds to me. 4 wounds. But he has like rerolls to hit and shit, and I just realized I'm not gonna live this. Over here, close combat. He decides he's not going to challenge, which is just odd to me. I thought he should challenge. He'll hold up, but he doesn't. He decides to. He figures he's going to do more wounds to my general than I will do to him. So I decided I'm going to put all my attacks into just his BSB, and I go ahead and I assassinate his BSB. So in one turn, I killed his general and his BSB. Holy shit. He goes in and he does all his attacks. I don't even think he does many wounds. I think he does maybe like a wound or 2. But it doesn't really matter. I go ahead and I do a couple more. He's going to stick on his steadfast, and it's going to go ahead and start off turn 4. Sylvan Elves. Turn 4, Sylvan Elves. God damn it. Dryads are charging the flank of my savages, of course. His Treekin are going to charge the front of my savages, of course. They both get in. He's going to take DTs on there, of course. Anyways. Magic, he rolled... did I not kill this guy? I think I killed... Let me see. His general was... Yeah, his general was Divination. So I killed the Divination. His Druidism's still alive. He goes in and he does Oak and Throne. He only has, like, Master of Earth, which he can't cast, and Summer Growth, which I'm like, okay, but I'm stopping Oak and Throne. So I saw it go ahead, he throws it with like 3 dice. I'm like, no, fucking damn Oak and Throne. But he goes in and restores Thicket Beast. Does he have 6 in that unit? I think he did have 6 in that unit. Yeah, he had 6. Okay. So, puts up another Thicket Beast, whatever. Over here, close combat, he ends up killing off my spider before I even get a chance to go. Over here, he only does 1 wound onto my general, but my general ends up doing 3 wounds onto him. And I'm going to stick there. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. Oh, by the way, the Savages, this combat down here, he ends up just wiping my ass, but my Savages end up doing a shit ton of wounds back onto the Dryads. I think I just had the 3 guys attacking to the side. No, it might have been 2 guys, but I rolled all these 6s and got a shit ton of battle focuses. Kill off his back rank. It might have been DTs too, but I kill off his back rank. They do a couple wounds onto the Thicket Beast, but it was just way too much damage. I end up losing, and he's going to chase me down. It's going to start off turn 5. Turn 5, I got magic. I roll a 7. Now, okay, I had to talk about this right here. I roll an 8 on the flux, by the way. I got to talk about this right here. I moved my BSB and my wizard to the flank here, not thinking. I was not fucking thinking. All I was thinking was his Thicket Beast can't get out. They can't charge because his Dryads are in the way. Which is correct. Okay. So I put up a cleansing fire. I'm going to do some damage onto his Dryad or his Thicket Beast because he's only 6 away. I'm going to just shoot at him. But then over here, my Goblins, I turn him this way to shoot at his Dryads, not thinking that is 12 inches. He could actually charge forward, even if he fails the charge, and now charge into my characters. This was a major, major fuck up. Not only that, but you can see my Forest Goblins and my Bushwhackers up top. They charged some, those random Dryads. I have no idea why the Dryads were coming this way. I think they were trying to get closer to the summer growth, but or hold the objective. So I charge into them, which is fine, and I'm going to overrun into his Kestrels, which is fine with my Forest Goblins, but I didn't realize how big I fucked up right there. I didn't realize how big. I should have fucking looked it over. I saw it after it happened. Oh my god, I just gifted him, and he saw it too. He saw me see it, and that's what happened. Close combat. I end up killing off the damn Dryads. I'm going to overrun into his Kestrels, like I said. Over here, close combat. My general's just ripping apart these fucking Thicket Beasts, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. He ends up doing another wound to me. I'm holding. Starting his turn 5. His turn 5, he's going to charge his... Yeah. He's going to charge his Dryads with his remaining wizard here into my general. He's going to charge, exactly like I said, his Dryads forward into the squad, and it's going to give his Thicket Beast a chance to charge into my wizard and my BSB. That was a major, 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 major fuck up. God damn it. And, of course, he's going to get in. So he gets in. And these guys will take 2 DTs from the ruins. And maybe the stand and shoot. Over here he gets in. Over here he wipes out my general before I even get a chance to swing. I've challenged, of course, but it doesn't matter because he has fucking hatred and all this other shit on that unit, and they just kill my general. My general only had like a wound left. Over here, close combat, I end up killing off his Kestrels. And over here, close combat with the frickin' Dragon Staff and the Cleansing Fire, I end up killing off one of the Thicket Beasts, but he goes ahead and he swings. He kills my wizard off, and he ends up chasing me off the table this way. And it's going to start off my turn 6. This game went down so fast. It went backwards so fast. I had such a fucking... I had that flank. Anyways, I charge these guys into the flank here, figuring I'll kill these Dryads before they threaten my squad, and I get in. I go like this, and basically what I'm trying to do is just tie the objective now, and I want to hopefully overrun these guys and then just flee if he charges. He has nobody actually looking. If I break this unit in an overrun, he has nobody looking at my at the Bushwhackers. Close combat goes. I end up killing off 3 of his guys. He ends up killing 4 of mine. Now I have a charge, a flank, a big flank, a banner, and 1, 2, 3 wounds. Charge, flank, big flank, banner, 3 wounds. I'm at 7 combat res. He does 4 back, so he's down by 3. He fucking rolls like a 3 on his check. So he sticks, which puts me in a very, 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 very shitty spot because now his dryads that just killed my general could charge into my bushwhackers, and he does, and he gets in. And he's going to start off magic. He gets a 6 on the flux. He just regrows some bodies, and I'm in a very shitty spot. He kills my bushwhackers. Of course he does. And basically that's the end of the game. Now, my squad has been sitting on the objective since turn 1. His Thicket Beast took the objective up there, so we're tied on the objective. I did kill his general and his BSB, so I get some points. I end up getting 5 points. You know, my opponent played a good game. My opponent even told me, he came up to me and he goes, "You played a really smart game. You played a very good game. Except your charges failed you." And I was like, "I know my charge." He's like, he told me straight up, he's like, "You should have beat me." I was like, I know. It's not the first time I heard this in ETC. It's just frustrating. And honestly, the guy was a great guy. I'm not mad at my opponent. I'm not mad at how Dryads play. I didn't feel anything was broken. I didn't feel anything was unfair. I just was really, really like beating myself up because I failed 2 charges. One of them should have basically been an auto-win. One of them should have been basically an auto-win. And I know where I fucked up. I fucked up where I did the Wog charge with Crom and the Savages, and I should have just waited. I should have been a little bit more patient for that Wog, and it would have played out probably better if I just waited 1 turn instead of charging ahead of time. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest right here. I'm gonna pull this picture back up. Let me find it myself so I can talk about it. This one right here. If my goblins would have got in, if my goblins would have gotten in right here, I would have had a 20-0. I would have had a 20-0. Maybe not a 20, maybe a 15, maybe a whatever. But there was nobody looking at my general. His Thicket Beast could charge my Savages all they want in the front. I probably would have held Steadfast if he charged me in the front. The flank with the Dryads fucked me. And granted, even if the Savages would have lost, they would have done so many more wounds. And my Spider kills his general, which basically limits how much magic he has. And my Goblins would have just continued to have a rampage with my general. And that would have been huge. My general stuck in that combat for like 3 or 4 turns. You know what I mean? This was a 20-0 right here. But my Goblins said no. And that just fucked me. Jesus Christ. My MVP... Everybody had a similar disappointment. Like, my general went and killed his BSB, which is great, but then he ended up dying. My Spider went in and killed his general, which is great, but ended up dying. My K-Pack ended up killing a whole unit of Thicket Beast, but ended up dying. My Wizard did great. But ended up dying. You know, so let's go down to the points. And down to the points, Bushwhackers are actually in the lead with 867 points, but they were the biggest disappointment of the game because they didn't get a fucking flank charge. They could have been the heroes. So I'm going to skip them for the MVP spot, and I'm going to give the MVP to Dread because Dread got 863 points, which Dread is proving to me. I took him out of my current list, the list that I'm going to play in Philly, but I might put him back in because he's been really solid in points. The ESC, he ended up getting 5,200 points, and so far he's starting off the ETC with 860. That's pretty damn solid. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I enjoyed playing it. It was a fun game. It was actually a good turn 1 game. There was a mishap at the end of the game where he was like the squad wasn't on the objective, but I was like, dude, I walked onto the objective turn 1 and I didn't move. The chip could have moved. We could have shifted it, hit the table or what. Like, you saw me walk onto the damn objective, and I haven't fucking moved the squad. So he's like, yeah, you're right. And again, he was a cool guy. He was like, yeah, I get it. You didn't, you could have done it at any point. It could have moved. It could have just, the dice could have hit it or something like that. Anyway, so he was cool about that. He didn't pull any dickhead moves or anything. He was a really cool guy. But, and I got one of these Montenegro shirts. So yeah, that's it. That was it. My team overall, we ended up losing this round, which was kind of a disappointment. We thought we would have it. We thought this was our round. I'm gonna pull up the actual scores real quick. Mexico. So this started us off on a bad one. I think what happened was we only lost by 4 points overall, which that was probably me. I could have easily got 15 more points, which would have had a big win for us. There was another player, I'm going to call him out, Joseph. He ended up getting a 0 on this game, and that 0 cost us, because if he would have got 5 points, we would have won. If we would have got 4 points, we would have tied, which really hurt us. We thought he would have a good match against his opponent, and he ended up getting a 0. This ended up, the reason I'm calling him out is because we ended up having a talk with him on day 1, and it changes his perspective on day 2, which I'll get there when the ETC games get there. Which, you know, overall, Lucas, he ended up playing the Saurian Ancients player. He ended up getting a 10-10. Captain Titty, he ended up getting a 19 points, which is just huge. It doesn't say what he played against, but we saw it on the cards earlier. Charlie ended up getting a 20, which is huge. And these are my heavy hitters, Charlie and Titty. Alan ended up getting a 1 against Dorde, which was the dwarf guy that I fought on the ESC, which I was like, man, maybe I should have took him again, because I know for a fact he has no answers to Crom. Euron ended up taking a 13, which is great. Euron actually called a timeout in the middle of the game, and he thought he was going to lose. Then he came up to me at the end of the game, and he's like, I won! And I was like, holy shit, good job, Euron. Joseph took the big 0, and Neil took a small loss, but Neil did actually great. Neil keeps himself consistent throughout all the games. So I'll have a little recap showing where we're at in points for my team. But yeah. So that's all I wrote, man. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this content, please hit like, share, subscribe. If you guys can want to show support to my channel, you can always sign up on my Patreon. Any donation helps. $1 to $5 really does help. And if you guys want a pair of Koopa dice, just send me a message. I could probably send them out to you. But yeah. Besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Patreon, MVP. I think I said it all. Alright, guys. Take care. Till next time. Peace.